What's up, everybody? Alex O Crypto here. Welcome to the good Friday, because every day is a good day with you guys. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the Otter Gang. How we all doing? Instead of pulling a fib on BTC, we need to get out of the defibrillator. Yes, it needs to be resuscitated because it doesn't know which way it's going to go. It's going, Otter's going to point sideways. I just got a haircut. Bullish on the haircut. Shout out to everybody here. Dave Digital in the chat. TRD Farmer. Shout out to the Discord. People have been finding trades. I even found a trade here on Jasmine. Call it what you want, but people are still finding trades here. I found one the other day here on Jasmine. Join us in the free Discord. Setups given in advance, you know, what we're looking at, how it's all going, but we're doing good here. People are out on their boats, family days. People are out spending time with loved ones. You know, our good old friend Farmer here with the family, making a real manly. That's the snowman. That's how we roll in Canada. Shout out to Farmer. Shout out to everybody making the good trades, man. This is awesome. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. Now, what's up with Satoshi? Satoshi's Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs Satoshi. That's wild. I don't know if I believe that. Looking good, man. Thank you, Jimmy. I appreciate you, Jimmy. Fellow Australian. I'm not sure what's going on with Binance in Australia, but little be told, we're registered in the UK on Binance because the missus from the UK. So we're dodging, we're dipping, we're hiding, we're trying to survive all this regulation, all these things that are cracking down on crypto. We're trying to avoid. That's why we stay informed. That's why we're here on Twitter, here on the news, but also here on the charts where we like to extract some profit. So the Otter is pointing sideways. We're going to go through the price. I just wanted to wish you guys all a happy Good Friday. You know, I may not be religious, but I am a spiritual man. And you know that Jesus is trending on Twitter. So we got to pay our respect. Lord Jesus here, trending on Twitter. Thank you, Jesus, for all you've done for humanity. Much love to all the Jesus lovers. But that being said, all these HODL lovers, Satoshi lovers, friends of mine, let's HODL and let's look at what we should be doing with this price action, because it's been very sideways. If we zoom right in here and we look at this, we're on a very, very much a downtrend here that we drew up yesterday. We said that the only thing that we were looking for was a short from this 28.97, and if you had taken that, well, you would have made a trade. It would have been all right? We were looking at the top of this range, my friends, and that would have been a 1% move if you had taken that trade that we gave in the live stream the other day. So we did give you a trade setup. We did find one. If you had taken that, you could have rode that down to the bottom here. But besides that, I mean, this is painful, right? Painful. Drawing this trend line. We're looking for it to blast through this trend line and possibly work its way up, as you can see. But we could get rejected here because we are on a descending triangle. Maybe this is where it all goes downhill from here. Now we have some levels to the bottom and to the top, but right now we're going sideways. And something that we need to bring to the attention of the beautiful Otter Gang is what is going on with next week. Now, when we go over here to the economic calendar, we can clearly see this core inflation here. This core inflation day. Now, I want to tell you, not only do we have the core inflation, my friends, but we have the unstaking Ethereum event. Okay, so the 12th of April is going to be a make or break, bada boom, bing bong, smashing through prices. Who knows where it's going to go? Volatility extraordinaire. So the 12th of April, if you don't have it marked on your beautiful calendar, make sure to do that, because we are waiting and anticipating some wild movement. Okay, so maybe this sideways action is waiting for some inflation and waiting for Ethereum and this unstaking baby event. See, we can have it marked out here, unstake baby. And look how close we are, my friends. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. If you're getting value from this, we're always here every single day going live, trying to help you guys extract profits, practice good mindset, and risk management, which is key to anybody being successful. We have done a poll. We see that people want some more mindset videos and some more training, teaching, learning videos as well. So we will be pumping those out. We will be working on them with this bullish haircut on the weekend and hopefully filming some more videos in order to help you guys get better with our mindset and with our trading, because that's what we're all about here. So we're going to go through all the times, look at what Market Cipher is telling us, right? We're going to take this off. We're going to take a good look at ourselves and see what we can extract, okay? Because we always want to extract an idea, a plan, an idea, okay? And we got to start off with the basics. And we know if we draw a horizontal here and we draw a horizontal here, we have a range, right? And we are at the top of that range, right? We can see that this is the lower bearish area that we were trading in ever since June, okay? And then we have the bullish sentiment that, hey, we want to be up in this price zone here. Well, we haven't got there yet. We're waiting for some particular news in order to say, hey, Bitcoin's going to the moon, and hey, maybe we jump up here. We're looking for that. We are in a current uptrend, okay? But we are starting to form some sort of Bart Simpson pattern looking here, right? We can see that we are Bart Simpsoning, and if we want to be technical, maybe Bart Simpson wants us to come to the downside. Now, that's something we are keeping an eye on. We were looking at this 2-day bearish divergence, okay? This is the first thing that comes to my attention. We can see money flow that's coming in and out of the market here. When we look at the 2-day, we can see in, okay, money flow, and possibly out. This looks like it could be 3/4 of the way that we talk about on this channel all the time, where money starts to come out of the market and we drop down. So this is something I am watching. Also, we have the bearish divergence on the long-term time frames, which can bring us down as well. So this is something we are definitely watching, but that would mean we're going against the uptrend, which would be not advisable. So we're trying to trade the ranges, right? So when we look at this, we can definitely see that there are multiple bearish signs, but there's also a bullish trend that's going on right now. Stragahar in the chat throwing up the Hulk laughing faces. We're going to call those the Hulk laughing faces. So we got to be very, very cautious here. We do have this 25.2 area that is going to lead to the bearish sentiment, and we have the obvious top at this brand new high at 29.2 that we're looking to get above, okay? So right now, the otter is pointing sideways, so we're going to trust the otter, and we're going to trade the sideways trend until, I believe, Tuesday, okay? Tuesday is the 12th, and we have unstaking, we have inflation, core inflation, so be very cautious here. Now, we do have the weekly candle here looking to print over this weekend. And what does it look like? It looks very, very indecisive, okay? Very, very, very indecisive, right? These are typical doji candles, which could be saying reversal in the short term. So we got to be very careful if we do get a reversal here. We got to be prepared. And how do we prepare for that? Well, that's with good risk management, okay? We are looking to trade the range and also extract profits along the way, and maybe let the price ride as we get into these sideways movement trades, right? So that's something I'm definitely looking on these higher term time frames. Now, as we work our way down in the daily, we can see that we're actually coming up on this money flow. And don't forget to have your coffee. Like and subscribe and get coffee, okay? So we can see we're coming up on the money flow. We are still very much overbought here, and we are curling over on these momentum waves. Can we come to the zero line and pop up? That's something I'm being very cautious about here, and look for the VWAP to curl upwards. Okay, we can see that it's flattened out now because we are going sideways, right? So it's flattening out. Look for this in the coming day to point upwards or downwards. Okay, we're looking for some sort of decisive movement in the VWAP here. Are we going to come up, or are we going to continue sideways and down? Okay, something to be very, very aware. We have had the red dot printed, which has brought us down, but we are currently going very sideways. Okay, Weekend volume before a lot of news, very much sideways action. Okay, so we need to be very, very cautious about our trades here. Pay ourselves early, practice good risk management. Okay, so we are getting a lot of bearish signals. Okay, we've had red X's, blood diamonds all throughout this range. We can see the simple range here by the highs and the lows here. So we are looking to trade in between this range. Now, what has happened is that we've created a smaller range within this range. So we're looking to trade this range now, right? We do have support here very much at 26.3, 26.4 area. That is part of this range, but we can see that we've worked our way up into a smaller range, right? And we're looking to trade that as well. So very, very cautious here. Very low volume recently, so we're watching that as well. Now, money flow is in the green and pointing up on the 12-hour, and VWAP is starting to push its way upwards, right? We can see that we're getting a momentum wave here, curling down, but also looking to come back up. It looks like it is fairly deep in the momentum wave. It hasn't fully dropped yet, but we can look for something like this over the weekend to set us up for maybe a push to the top. I would expect us to come up and grab liquidity up top here in the short-term time frames. Okay, so yes, we know that every Sunday we've had some sort of push or pull down on the market, so we're looking for this in the upcoming days. Yes, it is a long holiday weekend. A lot of people are taking the time away from the charts to relax and whatnot, but you know them whales, they can manipulate the market whenever they please. So we're going to try and set ourselves up for success. Okay, some of my thoughts, trying to help you guys remain positive around this market sentiment. Now down into the 6 hour, we can see much more of a defined curl up here. Money flow is in the red, and stochastic looks like it's resetting. So this is something I'm being very, very curious about in order to get a push to the upside, right? We can see that we've worked our way down a tiny bit, and could we possibly pop up? This is what the 6 is telling me. As we go into the 4, it looks very much we're getting a green dot as well. We are in the mid zone of the RSI. Money flow is trying to come back in, and the VWAP has stayed flat. So very much sideways action on the 4 hour, but we are getting a green dot on this time frame, which could possibly bring us up. Now, we're not trading just dots, okay? We're trading the range. We're trading on what looks good to us now. What does look good to us now? So we can see if we draw a horizontal here and we draw a horizontal up at the top here, we have some sort of range. Now, if we want to break this down a little bit more, we can draw another horizontal range here, right? MNDE is popping off. MNDE, I'm not sure if I have that on my charts, Stragaheart. I'll have to take a look at that. That's awesome. We can take a look at that for sure today if you want me to. No problemo, my man. No problemo. Happy Good Friday to you, my man. Thank you for always checking into the live stream. I appreciate you for always being here. Goes a long way, man. It means a lot. So thank you. Thank you. On the 1 hour, oof, look, we got some blood diamonds. Okay, some blood diamonds. Are they trying to fake us out to the downside? Quite possibly. So we need to be very careful here in trading Bitcoin and this range. When we go over to here and we turn on our TA, we can see that we have the clear level of highs and lows and this downtrend that is holding us down, right? This downtrend that's holding us down. Yes, very, very, very smart there, Alex. But we are looking for this to hold us, okay? We are looking to either drop through here and fall, right? Or we're looking to come above and pop off, okay? Now, the 4 hour suggests we're popping off. Money flow is coming up on the 1 hour, looking to continue to the upside. So we could be looking for a possible long here if we want to practice some good risk management. We got to make sure that if we are shooting a long here, that we're getting in, targeting the highs here at least, and keeping a tight stop loss, right? Because what we talk about here is we got to be wrong quick, fast, and small, okay? We don't want to be wrong we don't want to be wrong for long, okay? We don't want to be down here with our risk management, okay? We want to be wrong quick, fast, and small. That means we're going to bring this up nice and tight here and practice good risk management, because we got to be very cautious in these areas where we're trying to maybe scalp the range or whatever, and we got to pay ourselves early and then let the rest of the trade ride. That's how we roll here. That's how we try to extract our profits so that we have winning trades all the time And we crank that winning percentage up and we pay ourselves so that when we do take that 10%, that 15%, that 20% loss, it's not as bad when we're taking 40%, right? So we got to be very, very cautious here with what's going on in the markets, right? Because, you know, Steve Jobs is Satoshi. So we have, this trend line has been respected. It just recently came up and touched it and dropped back down, okay? So we need to be cautious here. We can see that we're moving sideways in the short-term time frames. When we zoom in, okay, red dot. I mean, these blood diamonds haven't brought us down quite significantly. We are currently in the middle of the VWAP. So simply enough, we're trying to trade the lows and trade the highs, right? And looking to get profits early and let the rest of the trade ride. If you're much more of a swing trader, I'd be patient. I'd sit on my hands right now and wait for we have a clearly defined move to either way, whether up or down, right? Because with the 2-day, it's saying we're going to come down eventually. With the daily, it's saying we're starting to work our way back up. With the 4-hour, it's definitely starting to say, hey, let's pop off. We got a green dot here. And then in the 1-hour, it says, hey, we're curling up on the money flow and we're getting some bullish signs, and the stochastic has basically reset and it's turned green, which is looking to the upside as well. So there's very mixed signals. In the short term, it's looking like it wants to go up, but I wouldn't totally count on that because we are in a very miniature downtrend after that news, right? So look for this to possibly continue downwards, right? As this tightens and this gets smaller and smaller, we can see that it's going to make a decision sooner rather than later. So try to practice good risk management, especially in an area like this where it's looking to make a move, okay? That's something I'm definitely watching. So we're going to go over and we're going to check out some things. One thing I was keeping my eye on is Atom. Looks like a possibly good buy right now. Not financial advice ever, but Atom has dropped down quite significantly. It's at the bottom of this range right here, so I just wanted to bring that to your attention. If you are DCAing into Atom, it could be a possible good area to DCA where it's looking to continue upwards. It is also possibly a good long setup, right? So take a look at Atom, make your own decision, but to me, it's at the value area low, and it's looking to move up. So MNDE. Let's see. It's not saying, what's MNDE? Marinade. Is this the one here? Coindex, Coinbase. Is this the one? I think it is the one. It is popping off, supposedly. So let's look at the spot crypto. Let's go and look. Wow. Look at that. 40% popping off. Not much data here, but yes, popping off. It's very, 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 very flat. And now it's all of a sudden spiking. So this could be a pump and dump. Be very cautious with trading things like this. Obviously, it's risky, okay? Risky to say the least. I would not be trading this, but it is popping off. So you might want to make an educated decision. Do your own research on this because look, it's been absolutely flat AF, right? When you pull the volume here, you can see since the dinosaur age, we could be coming up to some previous highs, right? Very spiky, very flat. So be very, 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 very cautious with anything like this, okay? You would, Stragahart. You would. Okay. So we're going to look at things that have, we'll save and close this, okay? Dogecoin. April Fools. Elon Musk. It went to 41 cents last November. See? Shows you what I know, right? Shows you what I know. Stragahart's in the know. Thank you for sharing that, Stragahart. Do your own research, right? There's always opportunities in the space to jump into things like that. So we can see Dogecoin has come up definitely with the Elon news, wicked out, came down. Now it's back into the range, right? So we're definitely looking for Doge to remain in the same area, right? It's just been brought to our attention, right? So we can see that it's below the point of control right now. It'll probably work its way back down to the value area low, right? Naturally, it'll work its way down. And then possibly Elon will tweet again, right? So meme coins very much on the basis of where's the use case, what's going to go on, is it going to be adopted into payment systems on Twitter? We're unsure of these things, right? So until we have full confirmation, right? We got into a short here. I wish I held on to it, to be fair, right? It would have been a beautiful trade, but can't win them all. Can't win them all. Jasmine may run too. Well, I shorted Jasmine the other day. Nice profits, right? I was just hunting for things around their value area highs, and Jasmine was one of them. So I jumped into that trade as well. So on Jasmine, I realized when I zoomed out, I was just doing some research on my own. I was like, okay, we got the value area high here. We can ride this up, blah, 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 blah. Kind of talking to myself. And then I was like, okay, I zoomed in and I realized that we're coming up to a key level of resistance here, right? So when I looked into it, I could see, hey, this might be a good opportunity. And I managed to short from up here. Where was it? Let's zoom in a little bit more. Where was it? It was right here. So I got in here and I rode this down to here, right? It was a nice trade, right? Nice trade. It is going a bit sideways here, but it is volatile and it is moving quite a bit. So it was a good trade nonetheless. I mean, I got into the trade. I paid myself early, and then I let the rest of it ride, right? And then I got out somewhere down here for a nice 50% gain. Weekend volatility, you got to be a bit creative sometimes in order to find some trade setups, right? So very, very cautious. Now with Ethereum, I wanted to take a look at, because Ethereum obviously has this unstaking event and it has led the way in a push in the bear market from before. We were talking about this in the previous stream, that back in the bear market here, we had Ethereum. Looking at this was all the way back in June. We had Ethereum leading the way up here, and Bitcoin and everything followed suit. Yes, we did come back down, but Ethereum, there was news on Ethereum of the first leg of the upgrades. This was Ethereum leading the way. Right now, can Ethereum lead the way again? Okay, we're looking at something like that. We're looking for it to attempt this 2,000 mark and possibly get rejected, but we got to wait and see what happens with this unstaking event, right? This could be this nonetheless, the unstaking event here for Ethereum is bullish in the long term, okay? In the long term, this is a very, very positive thing for Ethereum. 70% of ADA is staked and only 30% of Ethereum is staked. So for me, this is saying, hey, people are going to be more willing to stake their Ethereum, because then they'll be able to take it off if they want to, right? Right now, they currently can't until the unstaking event happens, right? So right now, I'm looking for Ethereum to kind of dwindle its way down and then pop off this key level of support right now, right? This acted as resistance for so long right here at 1830. So let's look for a possible long position here, and let's target the highs right here. Let's keep it tight stop loss, right? I'm going to add an alarm right here, just because we always got to be prepared, right? Let's put it long ETH. Okay, so we're going to add an alarm here and possibly look for some sort of long here, and we'll see what goes on. Long ETH, possible setup. Okay, so we're going to look for that. We'll see if ETH does dwindle its way back down and then pop off. You can see it is in a bit of a bear flag right here. So we have the leg down and then we have the flag out, right? Which is vertical, which to me says it's coming back down. So look for ETH to drop a little bit here and bounce. Okay, that's what we're looking for on Ethereum. And obviously leading into the unstaking event, it could be extremely bullish. We don't know. Don't trade the news, but prepare, right? If we get in here and it continues upwards, and then we put our stop loss at entry, and the unstaking event pumps us to the moon while we're in the trade, and we're setting ourselves up for bigger gains, right? So something I'm definitely looking for on Ethereum right now. Early worm gets the bird. That's the one. Stragaheart sending out the subliminal early bird messages. Early bird, early Dogecoin. Because the bird is gone. No, the bird is back on Twitter. So make sure that you're on Twitter and being notified. Now, Satoshi, what's going on with Satoshi? We keep getting notifications on Satoshi. Bigger gains. That's what's up. Ace, hey, my people. How are we doing, my man? Bullish on Ace and bullish on Felix. What's up, Felix? Hope you're doing well. Happy Good Friday, my friends. Happy Good Friday. I don't know. Satoshi Nakamoto, Steve Jobs, or Lord Jesus? Which one are we going for? You guys tell me. I think we'll go for Satoshi. We'll go for Satoshi. The modern day Lord Jesus. And is Steve Jobs Satoshi? We'll never know. April 12th, my friends. April 12th. Big day. Core inflation plus unstaking on Ethereum. Okay? Keep it on your calendar. Loving the cup, my dude. Yes, fresh AF. I mean, I got little hairs, so I'm pretty itchy right now. But I'll be all right. I'll shower after the stream and hopefully jump into the chart. So we're looking for a possible long setup on Ethereum to come back down to this key level of support here that was resistance for so long, right? We're looking for that to bounce to probably set ourselves up for this beautiful unstaking event. So this would be my long setup here, and we're targeting obviously 2K, not Y2K, and obviously stop loss tight AF. Okay. Thanks, Felix. I appreciate you, my man. So when we zoom out, we look at what's going on in the regular markets here, and we can see that we have some sort of double top forming possibly, unless this gets a higher high here that we can continue upwards. I see a rejection happening on the S&P 500, especially with what's going on in the world. There's so much uncertainty with the US dollar possibly being, not used as the world reserves and stuff like that. We got to be very cautious about the markets. We also have to be very careful to not get ahead of ourselves and think the bull market is on all of a sudden. They haven't done any quantitative easing, meaning printing of money, only to bail out these banks, right? So we've had the bailouts, and they have been bullish for, obviously, Bitcoin because Bitcoin was created for that. But we have to be very careful. We have to watch here. If we do get a rejection back down, we're looking for it to make a higher high over here in order to keep the bullish momentum going. Okay, so we're going to keep an eye on that. Also with the dollar index, we can see that, yes, we have curled down here, but we are starting to curl back up. Now this to me says we're getting a healthy bounce here and working our way back up, which is actually bearish for Bitcoin, and people are holding on to dollars yet again. Yes, we had people, a lot of fear in the dollar, right? So now we can see that people are actually coming back to the dollar, and it could possibly be a bullish indication for that. That means that we could be moving down on the Bitcoin. So we want to be very careful there as well. Very, very cautious, because this is looking like it wants to come up, and this is looking like it wants to come down. So that to me is saying that we could have a downwards motion for Bitcoin. Okay, very, very cautious here. And look at this sideways range. It's hard to trade this, guys. Straight up. Like, that's why I was looking at Jasmine. That's why I got a trade there. Look at this. We've pumped up the only trade of the day off of this trend line. We're coming up. Can we get another one? Possible rejection here. I'd be looking definitely here for a possible short off of this, because it's been respected multiple times. Tight stop loss just in case we break out of this downtrend. Okay, we can see that we've been touching. So look for it to come up, and if it does blast through and you get stopped out, look for the return to this and then the pump upwards. Okay, we can definitely be looking for a long here as well. That is not the long one. This is the long one, and possibly ride that up. So this is our key level here over the weekend. We want to watch this trend line. We want to be very careful here on which way it's going. But the 28K has been respected, right? So we want to be cautious here. And then to the downside, we're looking for it to blast through this bottom, right? And we can trade the bottom as well, which is down here around 27.8, okay? So we want to be looking for a wick down, possible bullish divergence, shoot us to the upside. These are my ideas for this weekend. We want to be very cautious. We want to be paying ourselves. And we got to know that right now they're setting up definitely for Tuesday, the 12th of April. So be very careful out there. Pay yourselves early. let's go over and take a look at futures. If we can spot any gaps, I don't see many gaps here. Possible gap to the downside. We could be coming back down right here. So look for us to possibly wick up and come back down and get this mini gap. It's very, very small, but it's a gap nonetheless, okay? It's a gap nonetheless. So we could be coming back down to fill this gap. Something to keep on your radar here. So let's look for that short with the CME. We have a gap down below. So we're going to look to fill that gap naturally and come back and fill it. So let's look for some shorts right now. That's very much on my radar for the next trade setup for myself. So I'd be looking for us to come up to this trend line, and then the gap's got to be somewhere down here. So beautiful short setup. Okay, so let's look for that in the short-term time frames. Bitcoin dominance is not fully it's not fully conceded to this 47% area. Okay, this is the key level of support here that very much everything is into the Bitcoin area, right? We had the Ethereum pump, right, which brought us down. So if Ethereum continues to pump and Bitcoin stays a little bit flat, we can look for this to come back down, and then we can look to put some money into high cap trades around this area, and then obviously alt season whenever that happens, right? So we need to be patient here. Bitcoin dominance is for real. Then it comes large caps. Then it comes into alts, right? So we want to be very, very careful here. Watch this key level here of Bitcoin dominance, right? Once we start to see this dwindle down, we can start looking into other assets in order to look for much bigger gains, right? So right now we can see many things are very stagnant. ADA working its way up this trend line. H-bar, same things, come down. Atom, come down as well. Very nice DCA area in my opinion, right? Avalanche, same thing, sideways action, right? As we flip through all these ones that I'm holding long term, we are coming down to good DCA areas in my opinion. Not the same as obviously when we are fully down at the bottom, but to me, if we zoom out and we look at this constructively, we can definitely see that there is big gains to be had here, right? Overall, right? If we're bullish on these overall long term, XRP had a little bit of a pump, right? Could be working its way down, but there is massive gains to be had here over the long term if you're looking to hold. So I don't know what is happening, but tonight is wild. Yeah, it is a bit mixed of a mixed bag, you know. So there are trades to be had, right? So we can see some things are pumping, right? And some things are just staying flat. You can see when I look over on the right and I look at the coins, right? I see ones that are similar. Minus 47%, minus 43, 44. So these ones to me are the ones that are going sideways, right? And then we get these little ones that stick out that are a bit higher. And that's how I kind of initiate my search for trades, right? We can see sand has dumped a little bit more than normal, right? So then we zoom in on sand. Is there a trade setup here? Well, we can look possible reversal, pull a fib, possible entry, right? And things like that if we're looking to trade this weekend. Otherwise, we should be having a great Good Friday, spending it with our families and enjoying their company, right? And if you don't have a family, well, welcome to the Otter Gang. We love you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're getting a little bit of a push here on Bitcoin. Can it continue upwards? Are we going to look for that short? Yes, we are. So right now we're looking for that short here. And if not, what's our backup plan? Our backup plan is definitely to catch this pump out and retrace and then upwards, right? So then we're looking for the long. These are two ideas for trading Bitcoin over the weekend and hopefully paying ourselves early, catching that trade and letting the rest of it ride, and then having the market make a better decision long term, because the 2-day is bearish, but then as we get into the daily, it does seem like we want to come up a little bit, right? We can see the bearish divergence here. Money flow wants to curl over on the 2-day, but then we go over to the daily, we can see that it's starting to curl up. We're starting to get exhausted from this momentum wave. It's coming to the zero line and we're looking to pump up. So there's very, very mixed signals, but in the short term time, I look for a little bit of a retracement to the upside. We can see that the RSI is resetting and it's looking to move upwards. Green dot on the 4 hour, and then on the 1 hour we can see we're getting a green dot right now, so it could possibly push us up, right? We're not trading these blood diamonds right now. They haven't given us very good signals as of late, so we're very, very cautious here in what we're looking to trade. Make sense? Makes sense. I hope you guys are all having a great day. Oh, that's my skateboard back there. I think it's Grand Theft Auto's. Grand Theft Auto themed, okay? Dirty Ghetto Kids. I was out skating yesterday. I spanked my elbow and my knee. Can you see my knee? Oh, man. Hope you're all doing well. God bless every single one of you. You guys are legends. Be safe out there. I'm going to go and hang out with Mrs. Otter. I'm going to go and make some mindset videos for you guys. And hopefully make some teaching videos too on some of my strategies and how I use certain things to help me make profit throughout the day. So thank you guys so much for your continuous support. I appreciate you guys very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out. And I'll see you guys in the next one, which is tomorrow. All right? Peace. Mrs. Otter. What are we doing for Good Friday?
Well, it's Saturday here, so...
It is Saturday here. Are we going to have a good Saturday too?
Oh, no, I think Saturday, yeah.
Every day is a good day with you.